Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel General Hospital Official. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Josslyn eliminates Cyrus and avenges Dex, with life-changing results? According to General Hospital spoilers, Josslyn Jax will become increasingly determined to discover the true cause of Dex Heller's death. The autopsy report will only feed Josslyn's need for justice, which may eventually turn into a genuine desire for retribution. That brings up some new hints concerning Josslyn's future. In a recent interview with TV Insider, GH co-head writers Elizabeth Cortat and Chris Van Etten revealed some clues, so let's take a look. Josslyn takes desperate measures to find Dex's killer. Doing so will put her at a crossroads. Her decision will change her life forever, the scribes affirmed. Josslyn has already sought assistance from Jason Morgan and Jack Brennan, but she is not taking things too far. All of this discussion about drastic measures makes Josslyn appear to be taking matters into her own hands. Because Josslyn's goal will lead her to a crossroads, she may be able to identify the person she believes is guilty for Dex's death. Will Josslyn realize Cyrus is to blame and have to select her next move? Josslyn's decision will have far-reaching consequences, so she won't simply call the cops and let them handle it. That wouldn't affect Josslyn's life forever, so we need to think bigger about what's next for her. Josslyn may send Jason to deal with Cyrus on her behalf, especially since the hospital is investigating the relationship between Dex's tragic destiny and Sam McCall's own death. Jason may become tremendously determined to hold Cyrus accountable in the future. However, Josslyn's sadness may push her to the brink of vengeance. We can't forget that Josslyn had a temporary breakup with Dex after nearly wiping hospitalized Cyrus off the map. Josslyn may lose her cool if she discovers Cyrus eventually took Dex out instead. Josslyn may have a distorted sense of justice and decide to eliminate Cyrus herself. That doesn't guarantee Josslyn's attempt to overthrow Cyrus will be successful, but she can at least try. It might be a watershed moment for Josslyn, as the co-head authors suggested. According to General Hospital spoilers, Josslyn will learn shocking information regarding Dex's killer sooner or later, so we'll have more guesses for what she'll do. GH spoilers, Michael's coma and Sonny's crisis, can Laura help him cope? General Hospital spoilers and updates suggest that his exit would be the result of a startling act of violence, and his mother, Carly Spencer, will handle his affairs. At the same time, Sonny Corinthos will face a crisis, and Laura Collins will assist him. Is Michael's death caused by an indeterminate coma? General Hospital spoilers, the clues are there for a coma. As most fans are aware, Chad Duell is taking a hiatus from the show, which was entirely his decision, but the door is open for his return. This implies that the writers had to come up with a logical justification for Michael's absence from the show, as the character will not be replaced. According to a peek on TV Insider for 2025, Michael will battle hard against Drew Quartermaine and Willow Corinthos' schemes. However, a stunning act of violence will derail his intentions, and Carly's handling of his affairs suggests that Michael is incapacitated. The preview also implies that Sonny will face a dilemma and will want Laura's assistance. Who better to assist than Laura, whose own daughter has recently emerged from an indefinite coma? GH spoilers, violence will abound in Port Charles. Violence will abound in Port Charles in 2025, even if it is not a full mob war. Not only will Cyrus Renaud be seeking for new victims, but Jen Sidwell is also in Port Charles. Sidwell may be laying low and lurking in plain sight for now, but he'll make his presence known by masquerading as a respectable businessman. It's easy to see how Michael could get involved with Sidwell. In fact, he'll urge Jason Morgan to keep an eye on Sasha Corbin. However, while Jason defends Sasha, Michael may be targeted by Sidwell. He overheard Sasha's prayers for her baby in the GH chapel and may have overheard her reveal its paternity. General Hospital spoilers, Sonny Corinthos' existential crisis, and possibly a health crisis. As for Sonny, the circumstances surrounding him and his family will bring him to his knees, and in addition to an existential crisis, he may have a heart attack. With Jason likely distracted defending Sasha, Michael injured by Sidwell and incapacitated, and Jason unwilling to handle the business, Sonny will feel let down twice. The last thing anyone wants is Sidwell targeting Jason and endangering Danny Morgan. With Sonny's world collapsing around him, his family being threatened, and him dealing with a health problem, he'll believe he's lost his will to live. Will Laura be able to help him deal if he blames himself for Michael's coma, which he did not cause? General Hospital's Maurice Benard ponders the secret of life. Maurice Benard took the time to sit outside and enjoy his serene surroundings, which revealed the mysteries of life to him. The end of any year is always a time for reflection, both on the previous 12 months and looking ahead, possibly with New Year's resolutions. Given that General Hospital's resident mafia leader Sonny Corinthos appears to be going through a serious life crisis, he may need to reconsider his options. Maurice Benard, his real-life alter ego, took some time to reflect about life, the cosmos, and everything. Inner peace is key. Benard posted a video on Instagram with the caption, "I believe we all have ups and downs, suffering and pain, happiness and joy. What I'm looking for is that sweet spot. When the smallest details make you cry, you are not thinking, you are completely immersed in the moment. You're just glad for what's in front of you and what's within you." In his video, he sits outside in the sunset and expresses his deep thoughts, "I'm out here, and I'm just taking it in. I have goats over there. Somewhere. And I am wearing this jacket. It's my daughter's jacket, and she's furious that I'm wearing it. And I received this terrible hat, but I don't mind. I'm sitting outside, enjoying the light and feeling peaceful. And I question myself what life is about." Fans could not agree more. Benard reflected on the passing of time and cited James Taylor's song The Secret of Life as an example. Fantastic. For me, it is about attaining inner peace. The opposite side of chaos. When you find that peace, man, it's amazing. His words prompted many followers to contemplate on life, with one adding, "You are so right. Finding tranquility within. I've finally found it. It's a great sensation." Raising hands Red Heart the Star said, "Lucky you." Another reflective follower concurred, commenting, "Nice to see you relaxed and just being yourself because it doesn't get any better than that." Fans reacted positively to Benard's words, with one adding, "You have this inner energy and kindness that comes out of every pore." Benard enjoys sitting in nature and listening to birds. "I see movies of you sitting with your goats and watching your grandchildren run past. You have discovered the mystery of life and contentment, calm. I wish you love in all your endeavors." General Hospital spoilers for winter 2025 teases more exits. 2025 is going to be massive. General Hospital is departing 2024 with a bang and is ready to start the new year. 2025 offers plenty of drama, including love, heartbreak, and scheming. Thanks to our Palette TV line, here's a sneak peek of what's coming in January and beyond. Love and loss. Lulu Spencer returns, more determined than ever to reconcile with her daughter Charlotte, sparking a high-stakes game with Valentine Cassadine that, of course, will involve Dante. As she fights for her family, she turns to her ex. Lulu and Dante are the loves of each other's lives, but things have changed after she went into a coma. Ava and Rick are also rekindling their relationship. Although his heart is with Elizabeth, he is currently focused on Ava. Also, keep an eye out for Ava to take advantage of her relationship with the Davis ladies. We hope to see more of these characters by 2025. Watch for Trina to allow herself to grow closer to Kai. They have numerous upcoming adventures, including one that will keep Kai on edge. Just wait till you see what trouble is coming his way. Secrets threaten to derail Chase and BLQ's happily ever after. She's keeping one of him, he's keeping something from her, and if the truth comes out, their happiness could rapidly turn to despair. Once upon a time, there was no greater love than that of Lucas and Brad. Brad wants to be loved again and would go to any length to prove himself. Will his love games work, though? Isaiah becomes a trusted confidant, but his relationship with Jordan is put to the test as she embarks on a dangerous mission to combat a growing threat in Port Charles. Christina should be concentrating on her new business, but she'll be keeping a careful check on Ava. She's become rather obsessed, and this will continue throughout the new year. Will Christina's drive for vengeance destroy her life? At the same time, Alexa has a lot of work ahead of her. She's working around the clock to keep her daughters in order while also dealing with Drew's problems. Drew's dramatic choice. As for Drew's drama, he'll hit a breaking point when everyone sees him as the villain. In fact, he'll go to great lengths to shield Scout from the spotlight and rumor by transferring her. But to where? Meanwhile, he'll go after Willow. The couple is ready to throw caution to the wind and embrace the enticing sparks between them. Unfortunately, this kind of love could come at a high cost. As if that weren't enough, Drew faces a difficult situation at work. The feud between him and Curtis escalates into an outright battle. These former best pals might never be friends again after this. Corinthos Chow's Sonny's life and health are in disarray right now, and he's determined to get back on track. In the next weeks, he must make important decisions, including how to deal with his opponents. While Sonny struggles to rebuild his life, Michael gives up on a portion of it. He's prepared to go to fight and exact his revenge. Unfortunately, things will spiral out of control, and a horrific act of violence will change everything. Grandma's secret life. Emma is living with Anna, but will she follow her grandmother's rules? It remains to be seen. What is certain, however, is that she will become a major headache for Joss. As if finding Dex's murderer wasn't enough of a hassle for poor Joss. On top of raising her grandchild, Anna is drawn back into the WSB due to Valentine. He requires assistance, and she cannot resist being his hero. Will her efforts succeed, or will everything fall apart? Lucy's need to spread falsehood leads her to trust the wrong person. She grows close to Sidwell, which could cost her in the end. Lucy, keep those gorgeous eyes wide open. Selena makes a transaction that has serious ramifications for the Ashford family. The drama sends Portia off the tracks and leads her to a dark place. One in which she begins to repeat certain problematic techniques that she has previously used. Port Charles's ultimate villain is on the run, with a hit list in his back pocket. Cyrus is on a mission to murder all those who have harmed him. He'd better watch his stride, though. One false move and he may be back in prison for the rest of his life. The Prague shooting, Sonny's 911 call, and Willow's next dilemma. General Hospital spoilers state that there will be no new episodes on New Year's Day. So, what will happen when the soap airs a new episode on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025? Next on General Hospital, fans can expect commotion after a gunshot hits the Prague cafe's window. Sonny Corinthos appears to be having a heart attack at the gym. Willow Tate Corinthos also confronts another difficult dilemma. General Hospital spoilers Lulu Spencer's mission on Thursday, January 2nd, there will be a shooting in a cafe in Prague. Lulu Spencer rushed to Prague to see Charlotte Cassadine in a cafe. Charlotte begged Lulu not to tell anyone where she was. However, Charlotte did not inform Lulu that she was telling Valentine Cassadine. Of course, Charlotte is only a child caught between her parents. GH spoilers Prague shooting on Thursday, January 2nd, a sniper will fire. A bullet hole is evident in the window of the Prague cafe. The gunshot does not appear to impact anyone, but it is difficult to tell from the teaser footage. In any scenario, Valentine will rush to get Charlotte out of there. So, the sniper may cause Lulu to lose track of Charlotte until she reaches adulthood. General Hospital spoilers Sonny Corinthos 9/11 General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, January 2nd show that Sonny is at the gym working out when he experiences acute chest symptoms. In the preview footage, Sonny looks to be alone in the room. However, as a business, someone must notice Sonny and ask for assistance. I have a feeling Carly Spencer is still listed as Sonny's emergency contact. If Sonny's condition worsens, Carly may have to make difficult decisions for her ex-husband. This could also allow Carly and Sonny to rekindle their relationship. On Thursday, January 2nd, 2025, spectators will watch Willow receive an invitation. Drew Kane Quartermain is most likely the one who issued the invitation, as Michael Corinthos is now dealing with Sasha Gilmore Corbin's pregnancy. Will Willow's next decision complicate her upcoming divorce even more? Which narrative are you most looking forward to witnessing on Thursday, January 2nd, 2025? What are your predictions for Sonny, Carly, Willow, and Drew? What will the future hold for Lulu, Charlotte, Valentine, Sasha, Michael, and the other Port Charles residents? Best General Hospital couples for 2024. Who were the top General Hospital couples in 2024? General Hospital has been airing since 1963, and there has been a lot of affection in the afternoons. 2024 saw the formation of new partnerships as well as breakups and reconciliations. Here is a look at some of the top pairings this year. Till death. Unfortunately, 2024 concluded with Dex's death. But before the catastrophe, his romance with Josslyn was a delight to see. Joss grew up in Port Charles and has had a few teen relationships. She and Oscar met a tragic end, and she broke Cameron's heart. Her romance with Dex was her first mature love. These two improved each other. Dex appeared to soothe Joss, and she assisted him in escaping the dangers of Sonny's organization. It's unfortunate that this pair met a horrible end. Brooklyn and Chase were happily married in 2024 after much deliberation. This duo is in love with each other and looks gorgeous together. They work together and are always there for one another. They both care. When Chase's niece Violet needed them, BLQ and Chase stepped in and loved her as if she were their own child. They support one another while also eager to assist any of the many people who live at the Quartermains. Hopefully, whatever is going on with Joe's parentage will not separate this couple in 2025. Before the Icky We Are Cousins conclusion to their love, Sasha and Cody were a fantastic couple. He went to great lengths to protect her from a mental facility, a malicious doctor, and a deranged mother-in-law. If that is not love, then what is? Cody was patient, waiting for Sasha to be ready to start a new relationship. They found they were connected just as their relationship appeared to be blossoming. This pair will never be, but they may one day become wonderful friends. Which couples did you love in 2024? Please let us know in the comments. A new path for Josslyn Jax, tragedy, transformation, and triumph. Josslyn Jax had grown up surrounded by upheaval, tragedy, and the unrelenting shadows of Port Charles's deepest secrets. By the age of 21, she had experienced more loss than most people have in their lifetimes. Her first love, Oscar Nero, died of a merciless brain tumor, leaving a lifelong scar on her heart. Oscar's death taught Josslyn about fragility and the ephemeral nature of joy, but it also served as a furnace, shaping her into someone stronger than she could have dreamed. In the years that followed, Josslyn gradually opened herself up to love again. Cameron Weber was her anchor, a boy she'd known since childhood, and their friendship brought her comfort. However, as time passed, Josslyn recognized that while Cameron was secure, he was not her future. That future came in the guise of Dex Heller, a mysterious visitor to Port Charles whose dark allure could not be ignored. The Dex Heller Saga. Dex wasn't just a terrible boy. When Joss encountered him, he was already fully involved in Sonny Corintho's world, serving as an enforcer in the mobster's business. Dex was playing a deadly double game, which Josslyn was unaware of at first. He was secretly working for Michael Corinthos, Sonny's own son, gathering evidence to dismantle Sonny's criminal enterprise from within. As Josslyn and Dex got closer, she was lured into his web of secrets. Their love was ardent, but often riddled with conflict. Josslyn despised Dex's violent lifestyle, and when she learned that he nearly killed Cyrus Renault at Sonny's request, she lost faith in him. Despite her sentiments, she ended things, insisting that Dex reconsider his life. She didn't expect him to take her statements so seriously. Redemption and reconciliation. Dex's decision to leave Sonny's world was not taken lightly. Determined to prove himself worthy of Josslyn's love, he enrolled in the police school, resolving to respect the law rather than skirt around it. His metamorphosis amazed Josslyn, and after months apart, they reconnected. Their love looked more powerful than ever, a light of hope amid Josslyn's turbulent life. But just as the future looked promising, tragedy struck again. Dex died under unknown circumstances. His death was sudden and unexpected, leaving Josslyn devastated. Rumors circulated in Port Charles regarding who was responsible. Some suspected remnants of Cyrus Renault's network, while others speculated about Sonny's foes plotting revenge. However, Josslyn was eager to find out the truth. A meeting with Jack Brennan. In the aftermath of Dex's death, Josslyn found comfort in unexpected places. During a quiet evening at Charlie's pub, she met Jack Brennan, a man whose reputation preceded him. Brennan, the enigmatic chief of the WSB's Port Charles field office, was recognized for both intelligence and ruthlessness. He struck up a conversation with Josslyn, captivated by her bright mind and obvious ambition. "You've been through more than most people your age," Brennan said, his piercing stare steady. "And yet, you are still standing. Why?" Josslyn caught his gaze and spoke steadily. "I want to make a difference. I'm not sure how yet, but I can't sit back and let the world happen to me." Brennan leaned forwards, his interest piqued. "What if I told you there was a way you might have a significant impact? Is there a way to channel your drive into something meaningful?" The WSB offer. Brennan and Josslyn's chats became more in-depth over the next few weeks. Brennan indicated that the WSB was looking for candidates with different abilities, those who could think outside the box and bring new ideas to their operations. Josslyn's knowledge in environmental science, paired with her resilience and moral compass, made her an excellent choice. Initially, Josslyn was skeptical. The concept of joining a covert organization like the WSB was far from her original plans. But as Brennan described the agency's mission, fighting global threats, preserving innocent lives, and unearthing hidden truths, Josslyn began to see a path she hadn't previously explored. "This isn't just about fighting bad guys," Brennan clarified. "It is about making the world safer and better. With your abilities and desire, you may do things that genuinely matter." A new chapter. After months of consideration, Josslyn made her choice. She finished her studies at Port Charles University and graduated with honors in environmental science. She soon joined the WSB training program, immersing herself in a world of espionage, strategy, and risk. The shift was not simple. Josslyn faced difficult physical and mental hurdles, as well as the moral complications of her new position. But with each assignment, she gained confidence and discovered a feeling of purpose that had eluded her since Oscar's death. Closure and justice. Josslyn's first significant job sent her back to Port Charles, where she discovered crucial information regarding Dex's death. The inquiry led her to a formidable criminal gang linked to both Cyrus Renault and Sonny Corinthos. Josslyn used her skills and instincts to plan a takedown that not only avenged Dex but also brought down a network that had plagued Port Charles for years. Josslyn's mission was personal. Standing on the docks where Dex died, she felt a feeling of closure. His death had triggered her transition, driving her to become someone he would have been proud of. Looking ahead. As Josslyn's WSB career proceeded, she established herself as a formidable force. Her career carried her around the world, but she never forgot her roots in Port Charles. She stayed close to her family and friends, ensuring that no matter how far she traveled, she always had a place to return to. Josslyn's story ultimately proved to be one of resilience and reinvention. She had overcome unspeakable grief and emerged stronger, forging a path that allowed her to appreciate the past while welcoming the future. For Josslyn Jax, the best was still to come. A new Cassadine heir emerges. The Cassadine dynasty has always been a labyrinth of deception, power plays, and treachery, and this time is no different. In a startling twist, Ace Cassadine, Nicholas' infant son, has been named the only heir to the Cassadine fortune. According to the family's complex legal documents, all assets, including Windmere, are now under the supervision of a trustee until Ace reaches the age of majority. Who has been chosen as trustee? Alexis Davis is Nicholas' aunt and the family's previous black sheep. Alexis, who has a strong dislike for the Cassadine lineage, finds herself in an unwelcome situation, tasked with protecting a fortune she would prefer to see destroyed. Despite Alexis' personal dislike for the Cassadine power games, she is constrained by strict legal requirements. Neither Alexis nor Nicholas' mother, Laura Collins, can dispose of the Cassadine fortune even for altruistic reasons. The money and estates are kept under the family's evil grip until Ace turns 18, leaving Ava little room to maneuver. Ava's fight for justice. Ava is no stranger to facing insurmountable hurdles. Determined to retrieve what she believes is rightly hers, she launches her campaign by requesting an audience with Laura Collins. Laura, the matriarch who has frequently handled the Cassadine family's problems, sympathizes with Ava's struggle but ultimately feels powerless in the face of the Cassadine's intricate legalities. Frustrated but undeterred, Ava shifts her attention to Alexis Davis. The two ladies have a stormy history, defined by grudges and power battles, which makes their impending confrontation all the more dangerous. Alexis, already burdened by her unwelcome duty as trustee, has no desire to assist Ava. This sets the scenario for a fierce rivalry that may reopen old scars and generate new ones. Rick Lansing joins the fight to mount her legal challenge. Ava turns to an unlikely ally, Rick Lansing, a bright and often morally dubious lawyer. Rick's turbulent relationship with Alexis, his ex-wife and the mother of their daughter, Molly Lansing Davis, adds another layer of drama to the unfolding plot. Despite their shared dedication to co-parenting Molly, Alexis and Rick's animosities have never been totally healed. Rick sees Ava's case as an opportunity to help his client while also settling past scores with Alexis. However, this court battle threatens to destabilize the delicate truce Alexis and Rick have preserved for Molly's sake. Molly, now a young attorney, is caught in the crossfire, torn between supporting her mother and maintaining the values of justice. The battle for win near the court case swiftly becomes the buzz of Port Charles, with significant stakes for all those involved. Ava's ambition to restore her financial security is only equaled by Alexis' determination to safeguard Ace's inheritance. The courtroom drama is as heated as one might anticipate, with Ava and Rick presenting incriminating evidence of Cassadine manipulation and Alexis defending the family's impenetrable legal structure. Meanwhile, Windmere has become a symbol of turmoil. The Gothic mansion, situated ominously on Spoon Island, is barren and lifeless, a glaring reminder of Nicholas' betrayal and the Cassadine family's tragic past. Rumors circulate regarding who will eventually occupy the estate. Will Ava successfully retake it, or will Alexis find a way to keep it under Ace's control? Personal stakes and unexpected twists as the court struggle heats up. Ava suspects that an unseen hand is orchestrating her downfall. Could someone from the Cassadine family, or possibly an external opponent, be pulling the strings? Meanwhile, Rick's return to Alexis' life brings up unresolved emotions, exacerbating the already tense situation. Molly, too, has a moral quandary. As a young lawyer, she is fascinated to the case's complexities, but she cannot ignore the emotional toll it is taking on her family. Her relationship with T.J. Ashford also suffers as a result of her conflicting loyalties. Ava's triumph or tragedy? As the final court date approaches, Ava's resolve strengthens. She is determined not only to reclaim her financial stability, but also to expose the Cassadine's schemes for all to see. However, in the realm of Port Charles, victories are often costly. Will Ava's struggle for justice be successful, or will she be caught in Cassadine's web once more? The judicial result will not only decide Ava's fate, but will also pave the way for new friendships, betrayals, and discoveries. The aftermath from Ava's war with the Cassadines likely to resonate through Port Charles for years to come. The Painted Connection. Trina led Kai into the tranquil sanctuary of the art gallery, a dramatic contrast to the constant barrage of admirers and supporters competing for his attention. "I thought you could use a break," she explained, her tone light but intentional. Kai studied the room, his gaze flitting between the abstract pieces on the walls. "Thanks. I needed this," he said, breathing a sigh of relief. He assumed she had brought him here for a moment of respite, but Trina had other plans. Trina paused and nodded toward a specific painting, a chaotic whirl of colors and textures. "This is my favorite piece," she said, her voice full of awe. "What do you think?" Kai tilted his head and squinted at the painting. After a moment, he shrugged. "Honestly? It looks like a bunch of scribbles. Something my little cousin could whip up in 10 minutes. Trina chuckled, unaffected by his bluntness. "You know, I thought the exact same thing when I first saw it. But something kept pulling me back. The more I looked, the more I noticed the layers of color, the deliberate strokes. It's like the painting reveals something new every time I see it." Kai cast her a quizzical look. "That's deep," he observed, his gaze drawn more to her enthusiastic expression than to the artwork. "Art has this incredible way of taking you outside of yourself," Trina explained. "It's like a mirror, showing you parts of yourself you didn't even know were there." Kai smiled and leaned in closer. "Maybe that's true, but right now, I'm more focused on you than the painting." Trina flushed and quickly shifted the subject. You wrote a pretty insightful report on contemporary art last semester. Why not give this piece another chance? Let it speak to you. Kai sighed, evidently dubious, but he amused her. He looked at the painting again, squinting as if he were trying to force himself to see what she saw. After a long delay, he returned to her. You know what? It reminds me of you. Trina's eyebrows rose. Me? How so? Kai grinned. Every time I look at you, I notice something new. Kai's phone buzzed, interrupting the moment. He looked at the screen and grimaced. Sorry, I've got to take this. He took a step back, his tone changing as he talked. Yeah, I'll head back to the event now. Trina watched him leave, her mind lingering on his words and the bond they'd had. A new start at Charlie's. Meanwhile, Christina stood behind Charlie's newly remodeled bar, beaming with pride as she inspected the alterations she had made. The once rustic tavern now had elegant blue tones and a more contemporary atmosphere. Lucas walked in, his gaze surveying the room appreciatively. You've really transformed this place, Lucas observed as he sat down at the bar. It feels calmer. Christina beams. Thanks. It's exactly the vibe I was going for. Just need to find a bartender, and I'll be ready to open. She reached beneath the counter, pulled out an old photo, and slid it to Lucas. I found this tucked away in a desk drawer. Thought you'd want it. Lucas took up the photograph, his expression softening. It was a candid photo of him and Wiley taken at a simpler period. Brad took this, he said softly, his voice tinted with emotion. That was a perfect day. Christina leaned on the counter. I've been thinking about Wiley. It can't be easy for him right now. Lucas sighed. I laid into Willow the other day. I probably shouldn't have, considering everything she's been through. Christina lifted her eyebrow. Don't you think Michael's had it worse? Lucas nodded, hesitantly. Maybe. But Drew's the one I'm really disgusted with. He's been using Sam's death as an excuse for his affair. Christina's eyes flared with rage. If I'd heard that, I'd have punched him. Lucas chuckled dryly. Trust me, I wanted to. Ava talked me out of it, believe it or not. Christina's expression clouded when she heard the name Ava. I'm trying to move on from all that. Charlie's has been my way of moving forward, of being myself again. Lucas grinned warmly. It's your fresh start. Their topic shifted back to Ava. Lucas brought up her apparent financial issues, which piqued Christina's interest. Before leaving, he laid a soothing touch on her. You're doing great here. Tensions at hospital. Liz prepared for the medical review while in the hospital. Lucky stood by her side, providing quiet support. You don't have to stick around, Liz told him. This is just procedural. Lucky frowned. You and I both know no review is ever just procedural. Liz agreed to contact him once it was over and entered the office, only to find the hospital lawyer already sitting. The lawyer's presence immediately put her on edge. Take a seat, the lawyer ordered in a brusque tone. We have some new information to discuss. Liz crossed her arms. I'm not saying anything until I know what's going on. Terry interrupted the silence. Dex's death was caused by an overdose of digitalis, the same as Sam's. Liz's stomach sank. I need a lawyer, she stated firmly. Rick Lansing entered the room as if on cue. Good thing I'm already here. My client isn't answering any questions. The tension in the room rose as the hospital lawyer persisted. A third patient has been identified. Sylvie Mullen. Her body is being exhumed for testing. If you don't cooperate, we'll have no choice but to suspend you. Rick stood his ground. Liz has nothing to say. Ava's desperation. Ava set her cards out on the table in Laura's office. I need your help. The Cassadine estate has revoked my settlement. I'll lose my daughter without that money. Laura shook her head in regret. The estate is tied up for Ace. There's nothing I can do. Ava's desperation only grew. She approached Alexis, looking for legal guidance, but he coldly turned her down. From what I've heard, you can't afford me, Alexis remarked before closing the door. An unexpected offer. Christina's day at Charlie's took an unexpected turn when Lucky showed up with the bartender wanted sign. I'm here to apply, he announced with a nice grin. Christina lifted her eyebrow. Do you even have experience? Lucky laughed. No resume, but your dad's a good reference. Make me a drink, Christina said, pushing a glass over the counter. As Lucky made the drink, Sonny, who was shadowboxing at the gym, collapsed and clutched his chest. Tensions abroad. Valentine cut short Charlotte and Lulu's emotional reunion in Prague. Tensions rose as they discussed what was best for Charlotte. Lulu felt Charlotte needed stability, but Valentine insisted she was safer with him. Their heated discussion was cut short when Dante came suddenly. Valentine's suspicion escalated to outrage. You led someone right to us, he alleged. Outside, a sniper adjusted his sight, his crosshairs focused on Valentine. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.